What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. This is Dany Deonte AfterDark, and we're back with a new video. If you'd be so kind to accept our invite to subscribe to the channel, make sure you hit the notification bell, select all so you get all notifications on all new content that we release on the channel. Most of all, make sure you hit the like. It's free to show your support. We really appreciate that. If you want to donate to the channel, the Cash App is pinned in the comment section below. So, we are back with a message today. The message is to be patient, and faith is the key to perseverance. 2024 has started off on a good note for some of us not so good. There's people in situations where they feel like they may be chasing their tail. They feel like they can't pull themselves up. They feel like they can't get ahead. But I'm here to tell you that God is in control of everything. As long as you stand firm in your faith, stand 10 toes down, stand on business, keep your faith in God, He will see you through all things. And that's just it. That's just what it is. I have Dany here with me today. She's a witness to this. And I want her to share just a tad bit of a story with you. What's going on, Dany?
Hey, hey, hey. Today something actually happened that I am beyond grateful for. Sometimes, the Lord, He places you in different environments or different situations along your journey, and you forget about those moments until you have to surrender again. And that's exactly what happened to me today. Um, we tend to have tough skin, us women. And little do men know, we go into our prayer closets when everyone is asleep, when we're by ourselves, when our back is really against the wall because we operate in strong faith, at least for the women that I know and have myself around on a daily basis. And today I was forced to go into a surrender within myself. I was forced to let go of that strong will part of myself. I was forced into the fetal position for me to surrender because of certain things that's going on in my life. And with, businesses, with transitioning into the new year, um, you know, just a lot going on that I don't really discuss outside of my marriage or outside of my family. But today I did something that I haven't done in a long time, and that was actually journaling. Um, Before I met my husband and before I moved and transitioned to my life that I am going through right now, I used to journal every single day. And I noticed that I stopped doing that. And when you stop doing certain things that clears your mind, gives you clarity, gives you a sense of peace, a sense of hope, a sense of understanding, when you stray away from those things, sometimes the Lord can backtrack and put you in position for you to do it again. And that's exactly what happened to me today. I began to journal and ask the Lord to reveal himself to me. Um, I'm so used to being a strong woman all the time, strong willed, strong minded, saying I can handle this, I can handle that, I can figure it out. I figure out person. How do I figure it out? And I came to the point in the business world that I just couldn't figure it out anymore. I received creative block. I received, everything up against me, all the odds where I just didn't want to do anything in regards to business. I didn't want to create workbooks. I didn't want to get on my computer. I actually didn't even want to sit in my office or the studio. I had to give myself a break. And today I was unctioned by the Lord to receive answers because I had a clouded mind. Um, Many of us go through these things that are, the people that are spiritual beings. We go through these isolation periods within our life where we can't really hear from the Lord. We know that He's there. We know that He's guiding us. We know that, He is making a way and providing for us. But to actually hear from Him, to get clear direction, spiritual beings, as human beings, we're spiritual beings, and we need that. We need that almost on the daily basis. Sometimes, spiritual beings, we can't even pray for ourselves, and all we say is, thank you, Lord. But there becomes a time where you're actually unctioned and you have no other choice but to surrender. Surrender your mind, surrender your heart for you to hear clear direction. And that actually happened to me today. And I feel like it's happening around the world within so many people. We're being called, we're being chosen to do the will and to do the work of the Lord. And, and it doesn't mean that, oh, you have to be a prophetess or you have to be a preacher or you have to be a pastor or anything like that. This is happening to people, regular people like you and I, regular people. It's happening in children too, where we're being called because of the times that we're living in right now. What's your take on that?
Definitely. I definitely agree with that. It's a lot of people being called. Many are called, few are chosen, and few answer that call. That's why we say faith is the key to perseverance. Being patient. You know what I'm saying? There are people that are called in different dynamics of life where you may be someone called to maybe uh, go out and give to the homeless one day. You may just happen to be driving down the road or something. You see a group of homeless people and it's freezing cold outside right now. And you may just have a little voice in your ear say, hey, go and give them something or go and grab some sandwiches, go and grab some food. Use whatever's left on that credit card and take all what you have and give it to them. And you might not be looking for nothing in return, but you take everything you have and you go and do that. You get what I'm saying? And then you feel good in your heart that you actually listen to that small voice in your ear that tells you to get up and take action. But that small voice, little do you know, is the voice of God telling you to get up and take action. You may be in a position where you're a business owner. And you may have an employee that's going through trials and tribulations, and you're able to speak to them from experience. You don't know that this person may be going through something and they don't know how to handle it. And the only way to have peace is to come to work. But then they come to work to you, and you may be pouring into that person. That may be God using you to pour knowledge and wisdom into this person. That's a calling. You may be called to help kids out. You may have kids in the neighborhood that are on the wrong path. And you may have been a kid in your past life that was on the wrong path. Then you see these kids steering off in the wrong direction, and you may be the one to speak to them and change their whole life and the whole outlook of how they were viewing things. These kids might not have a father at home. The mothers may not be fully involved like they're supposed to, but little old you, little do you know, God may have used you to touch this kid's mind, touch this kid's heart, and this kid may even start confiding in you. You may become this child's mentor for the rest of their life. You just never know how God is going to use you. But the thing you have to do is allow God to use you. Surrender, and allow God to have his way with you, to use you how he sees fit. You get what I'm saying? That's my take on that. You never know how God is going to use you. You never know. The thing is, just allow him to have his way to use you. Heck, we on this platform today, we may be speaking to somebody that needs to hear this. This right here, this video right here, may indeed change somebody's life. You know, it's a lot of people right now that's going through it. Tough times right now. Tough time. You may have started a new year off with that rhetoric, new year, new me, new attitude, new this, new that. It's all me. La 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 la. went about it the wrong way. You get what I'm saying? And then you still dealing with the stuff you dealt with in 2023, 2022, 2021. Still dealing with that stuff because of your attitude, your mentality. You haven't surrendered yet. You know what I'm saying? It's people going through it right now. It's people behind on rent. It's people working multiple jobs, feeling like they just can't get ahead. They still feel like they drowning. They still feel like there's no hope. It's people that are sick right now, can't figure out what's going on. Might have had a cough or a cold for 6 weeks, or it's people that's going through it right now and don't know what's going on. It's people with sick siblings, people with sick parents, and they don't know what to do. But I suggest fall on your knees, surrender it all to God, and have faith. Be patient that God will see you through it. You know, I've been through the toughest and the toughest of times throughout my life, my whole life. All I can remember is tough times. But with a mother and a father and sisters, uncles, and everything I had, my great grandmother prayed me through so many situations. So many situations. I was stubborn at times, but I had to allow God to come in and have his way. There was times where I was working 3 jobs, didn't have a car, catching buses, walking sometime. I remember I walked about 12 miles to get home from work, middle of the night. But I did what I had to do. And I kept faith that it'll get better. That's all I kept telling myself. It'll get better. You know, sometimes God will isolate you in these situations. That 12 miles I walked, I had to talk to God. So that was very much needed. Maybe I needed to take my little butt out there and walk 12 miles in order to give it to God. Like, okay.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? Sometimes God puts you in those situations where you feel like you're alone. I don't have no family. I don't have no friends. I can't call nobody. You can call on God. That's all you need. It's God. He will put you in situations where you have no other choice but to call on his name. Have no other choice but to have faith. Have no other choice but to surrender. You get what I'm saying? Somebody got to hear me. Somebody got to hear what I'm trying to say. God will put you in situations where you have no other choice but to acknowledge him as God, the Father, the ruler of everything, the Almighty Creator. He will put you in those situations. And you don't understand why you're going through this and don't understand why you're going through that. Why me? Why me? Why this? Why that? Why can I get ahead? Because you still haven't surrendered. You still want to do things your way. You're not allowing God to come in and intervene. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes us as people, we get in our own way. It's our mouth. It's our mouth sometimes. The mouth has your tongue has the power to speak life or death.
Yep, it's like a sword. It's like a sword, and you know what people don't realize is don't think that the Lord Almighty is just going to be there every single time to get you out of anything because he'll sit right there and let you go through it. He will sit there and let you fall flat on your face over and over and over again. And that's because you didn't listen to the call. You didn't walk through the door that he told you to walk through. You didn't complete the assignment the right way that he asked you to complete the assignment. So he would sit there and he will watch you fall right flat on your face. Don't ever think that there is not a time limit on any assignment that he has placed over your life because there is. And if you don't answer that call during that time limit, you're going to have to go through that calling another time because maybe you weren't ready. Maybe you chose to be disobedient and do things your way. And you have to find out things the hard way. My mom used to say, you know, a hard head makes a soft ass. And it's true. Sometimes you have to get out of your own way. You know, sometimes you have to buckle down instead of bucking up. You know,
Ooh,
I'm serious. In today's society, we want to be buck up. But sometimes you have to sit down and buckle down and let God do what he needs to do in your life. It's everything is not a rah-rah moment. And that's what I had to realize. It's time to stand still and let him do the work. I've worked. I've done all the work that I can do. And I'm at the place in my life where it's time for me to stand still so that I can hear clear direction. So, to you out there, to all the people that have been ripping and running and doing everything that you can possibly do, but you lack clear direction, it's time for you to stand still so that you can get that clarity, so that you can get the clear direction. Because right now we're all over the place. This is for somebody that's all over the place. This is for someone that doesn't have a clear direction, doesn't have clear thoughts. We are multi-talented people in today's society. And I blame that on COVID because we had we had enough time to sit down and do things that we've never done before. But now that COVID is over, it's time for you, well, excuse me, now that the pandemic is over, it's time for you to get back to it. Stop being lazy. Stop being lazy with your word. Stop being lazy with your prayer. Stop being lazy with your devotion. That's something else that the Lord revealed to me. When he's waking me up in the midnight hour, I thought I had insomnia. I'm like, what is going on with me? I sleep through the night. But for the past month, I haven't been sleeping through the night. I've been, my sleep has been broken and I noticed myself just sitting up. That's the time for devotion. That's the time for you and the King of all kings. That's the time for you to bow down because everyone's going to have to take a knee, really. At the end of it all, we're all going to have to bow down. And if that's you, if you're waking up in the middle of the night and you don't know why, it's not for you to go get a snack because in the beginning that's what I was doing. I'm just going to get me some cookies and milk and go back to sleep. But that didn't work. It's time for you to stand still, be devoted, give devotion and prayer because it's needed worldwide. Look at what's going on in the world. Nothing but chaos. Everywhere I look, it's nothing but chaos, nothing but turmoil. So we're in the time that prayer is needed. We're in the time. Get back to what you were doing that made you happy, that gave you a peace of mind, that gave you clarity. And that's the message that I got today. You need to get back to what has given you clarity, a peace of mind, which was journaling, getting those thoughts out of my mind. That was the moment for me to share with my book things that I couldn't share outside of myself to any other person because of judgment. When you're in that presence of the Father, some people call him Allah, some people call him Kings of Kings, the great of the great,
Yahweh.
Yahweh,
Jah.
you know, healer,
Mhm.
Father.
Mhm.
That's a vulnerable state. That's where no judgment is held up against you. So that word perseverance, it came up to me during my time of devotion. And my take on perseverance is, yeah,
Perseverance.
well, perseverance, excuse me. Um, is to be like Job. No matter what happens, no matter what you're stripped of, no matter what turmoil you come against, no matter what it is, keep your faith. And faith is believing in things that you can't see. You know, we can't see air, but we're breathing.
True.
We can't touch air, but we're breathing. And, today was that day that it really touched me because I did something that I didn't do in years. I mean, I pray every single day, but it's different to actually pray on your hands and knees. it's a different energy field. It's you and your father. It's you and God. You don't worry about who's hearing you. You don't worry about what's going on in the next room. We have a house full of kids. I blocked everything out because I needed that time. And I think that's what somebody needs here. That's, if you're here live, if you're here on the replay, this might be for you. You need that devotional time for you to hear clear directions and clear instructions for your next move.
And some people are so consumed with the day to day hustle bustle, like working 2 and 3 jobs. They barely have. It's some people that's walking around here that can't even brush their teeth every day or take a shower every day because they just so consumed. You got kids, especially single parents, like single mothers and stuff. They have kids. They got to get up and get ready for school. They help them with the homework. They having to cook, having to get ready for the next job, and take the kids to this daycare or take the kids over to auntie house so they can have somebody to watch them. Then rushing back to pick the kids up and get them ready for school the next day and put them on a bus. And then they looked up, they haven't done their hair or brushed no teeth. It's rough. So sometimes people don't even have barely the time to even get on their knees and pray. It's crazy the way this society is set up. You don't have the time to do the things that bring you clarity. Sometimes some people like to go and work out. Some people may need a walk. Some people may want to journal or sketch or draw. Do something that makes them them,
Yep.
and you're missing out on you. There's a lot of us that are not living. All we doing is working to pay bills. That's all we doing is surviving, but we're not living. I say we have to pray about this, man. Pray that God makes a way for us to start living. I'm telling you, these jobs don't care. You can work yourself into the ground, and they're going to hire somebody the next day. You'd be a memory for a couple days, and that's it.
Yep.
And it's on to the next worker, on to the new one they can bring in and pay them a little less than what they was paying you. You have to start living. You have to start living. Who wants to go in life 40, 50 years and haven't lived yet? It's sad. So it's important that we be patient, be still. Some of us just want to jump up. Oh, I can do this. I can do this. I can do that. I can do this. I can do that. We're not waiting. We're not patient enough to wait on the Lord to guide us. Some of us, God reach in different ways. You may not hear his voice. You may receive a message in a totally different way. Sometimes God speaks to us through our intuition, through our stomach, through our gut feelings. Sometimes that's God.
Yeah, or he'll send people to you. You could be in the grocery store and he'll send people to you. You don't know them from nowhere.
Mhm.
And he'll send them to you and they'll give you a message. Or like remember that one time I don't know what we were doing. I think we were grocery shopping and the lady, I thought the lady was following us.
Mhm.
And then she talked to you, but she didn't talk to me.
Mhm.
And she said, I want to be a blessing to you.
Mhm.
And she gave you a gift card
Right.
for Applebee's or something, a
Yeah,
restaurant.
I remember. Yep.
And I said, wow, there's still some good hearted people out here. That was nothing but God.
Right.
Because she could have given it to anyone else. We thought she was following us.
Mhm.
But that's what I was telling you. God will watch you. He'll watch you and he won't say anything. It doesn't matter if you want to hear from him. If you want it, you want the Lord to show you a sign. He'll show you a sign in many different ways. I was talking to somebody the other day that used to, live a hard life.
Mhm.
And we were just having a normal conversation. And she started telling me her testimony,
Mhm.
saying, it's nothing but God. And she told me she never used to pray. She never used to pray, but she started praying. And the Lord turned her life a whole entire 360-degree
Yep.
angle around.
Mhm.
This lady was a drug addict. She lost her child. She went through divorce. She was homeless for a couple of years.
Mhm.
Now, when you see her, she's clean. She's been sober. She's been working. She just got received her first apartment, and she's doing, better than what she was doing. So I say that to say you have to surrender for you to receive your blessings. Blessings are not just going to fall out from the sky. Like, I believe in miracles, but I also believe in working for them.
Exactly. You know that person you talking about. That person you talking about. I remember the first time I met that person, right? And they was standing outside. It was getting ready to start raining. Everybody else rolled past this person. I was the only one to stop and say, "You okay?" And that person needed a ride. And I made sure that person got home every single day until they got them a car.
Yep.
You have to be. Sometimes you have to just do what God needs you to do. God puts you in a position to help people, and you need to help. Regardless, help. A lot of us won't even reach back. We forget where we came from. A lot of people forget where they came from. They forget about them eating noodles 7 nights a week. I was a point in time where I had to eat tuna fish and crackers for about 3 months. That was my diet. Tuna fish and crackers. If it ran out of tuna fish, it was crackers and water. So anytime I'm in position to help somebody, I make sure I help. I never forget where I came from. But don't be a fool either. Don't be nobody's fool. At the same time, you cannot be nobody's fool. Because you got some people down here that will deceive you to make it seem like they going through the struggle, they having it so
Oh
bad.
yeah, oh yeah.
It's so tough. I can't do this. I can't do that. I'm barely making it this way. I'm barely making it that way. And we use you and suck you dry.
Yep.
It won't care. It won't care none about you.
It's all
Seriously.
those are the type of people where it's all about them.
Mm-hmm.
They make situations all about them when it's not really all about them. And then you turn back around, you give people like that opportunity,
Mm-hmm.
to be better, to make themselves better, to make their situations better. And those are the type of people that you got to watch out for.
You do.
You got to watch out for those type of people because all people are not good people. There are good people out there, but you have to use your spirit and your gift of discernment. You have to. Everyone has that gift, but you have to tap into that energy field for you to even recognize that you have that gift. And when you have the gift of discernment, you can call things for what they are. You can protect yourself from people like that.
Yeah, God would definitely give you the equipment and the tools you need when He give you that spirit of discernment to protect yourself from stuff like that. You'll see people a mile away. You'll be hip to their game before they even open their mouth. You'll see this. You'll see the spirits on them, and it's a lot of y'all I'm talking to right now that know what I'm talking about. You can see people's spirit. You can see that negative spirit on these people.
Oh, you can feel it. It comes in all different type of ways. You can feel it. You can smell it. You can taste it. Seriously,
Yeah,
you can taste it. It comes in all different type of ways, and we have to operate in the spirit of discernment. And if you don't have that right now, you can pray for you to receive it and for you to know how to use it so that you can protect yourself, protect your family, protect your children, protect just everyone that's within your community. And when I say community, I mean the people that's most closest to you. It's so much warfare going on out here.
spiritual warfare,
Spiritual warfare. It's not just a physical
physical.
warfare. It's spiritual warfare. There are people praying against you. People are out here giving other folks evil eyes. And this is what we need to, you know, realize. We need to tap in to our inner powers because we are human beings and we possess inner powers. And it doesn't have to do with doing witchcraft and all this magic and stuff. No, 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 no. I'm talking about pure light that's given to us. We're born with it. And we can operate in a certain magnetic, energetic field to call things into our life, positive things. and that's what I'm working on this year. I'm I've made up in my mind that I'm not going to operate in a certain energy. I'm not going to associate myself with people of a certain energy. I want more, so I need to operate in the more energy. I need to operate with people that have the more energy and the higher energy levels and the higher, thoughts. So I just wish that, people that are tuning into our channel, listening to Deontay, he works very hard on this channel. Um, we have to give people flowers while they live. And he works very hard on this channel. And I wish that you guys can tap into a higher energy field, you know, so that you can be the greatest person that you are called to be. Um,
Absolutely, because it's a lot of work that go into this, and I'm very transparent with my listeners too. Like, it's some days I come very raw and uncut, but it's because I care. I want everybody to be the best version of themselves, and that's why we came with this message tonight. I want everybody to win. I want everybody to tap in to that spiritual side of themselves. Not everybody is really tapped in. It's just a lot of people running around here going through the motions of everyday hustle bustle. Like I said, it's a lot of people that are social media junkies. All they do is sit on their phone and scroll up and down the screen and react. And nobody's taking action in their own situation. We too engaged in everybody else and what they got going on. We too engaged in what man sleeping with one man. what what man is sleeping with this man? What girl is sleeping with this girl? Oh, this girl got on Louis Vuitton. This girl wearing this. This girl wearing that. Girl, how she? What kind of nails? What her hair? This and that. We worried about the wrong ish. It's a lot of people worried about the wrong ish, the wrong stuff, not the right stuff, but the wrong stuff. Then you
yeah.
wonder why you're missing your opportunity and missing your blessing because you worried about the wrong stuff.
Yeah, they're getting sucked into the distractions of the world. But it's bigger than that. It's bigger than the social media platforms. It's bigger than watching other people win. When are you gonna win?
Exactly.
When are you gonna declare that this is my time, this is my season, this is my year to win? And then when are you gonna put the work in to win? Because you gotta work. You have to work to get greater, to be where you are destined to be.
What do you say to people that are caught up in toxic relationships that they have a hard time getting away from? They just dealing with the same stuff they've been dealing with for 5 and 10 years. Some people 20 years. They just have a hard time letting go and letting God. What do you say to those people that's going through that? Because there's some people that's still stuck in these toxic relationships with these manipulative folks.
Well, to be honest, what I have to say to those people is you need a self evaluation. What do you want for yourself? Do you feel and know that you deserve better for yourself? Do you love yourself? It's okay to say that you love folks every single day, but when is the last time that you declared that you love yourself? Do
Right.
you truly love yourself? Do you know who you are? You have to heal that inner child so that you can stop being attracted to people like this. You have to actually dig deep and find out what has hurt that inner child, heal from that inner child, know that you can heal that inner child, and then you can move forward with your life. Then you can start letting things go. Then you can start letting people go. When you can actually see and know who you are, then you can let those distractions, because that's what I call it. It's a distraction in my head. I've been in those predicaments. I've lived, through different situations in my life. And it's very hard to come out of situations and relationships and whatever you want to, call it. It's hard to come out of that. But you won't come out of it until you know who you are, until you know that you deserve better, until you know that you truly love yourself.
Don't you feel like that's another key to perseverance?
Oh, yeah. Yes. A big one.
What do you say to people that are stuck in jobs that they're just going to these jobs and they're not appreciated for their work? They're not appreciated for nothing. Nothing's ever good enough at some of these jobs. They go to work and they talk to you like they don't mean anything. Like these jobs will talk to you like you're nothing.
Yep.
You
What I
have
say
and
is,
you have these supervisors that's like 20 years old that have no kind of life experience that come in here and try to tell somebody 30, 40 years old or talk to them crazy and tell them that they really ain't nothing. That's really what they're telling you. You're nothing.
what I say to people that are going through that right now, if you can sell a bottle of water, you're a business owner. You're already a CEO. Take the five most things that you do the best, your hobby, turn it into a business. Start small, research, write down everything that you can write down and make it happen. You don't have to work a 9 to 5 every single day of your life because it becomes exhausting. It becomes draining, especially if it's something that you don't love. If it's something that you love, take what you've learned, take those tools, take the blueprint, and create something of your own. That's what I say to people.
I've seen people do that a lot. I remember we worked at I worked at a chicken restaurant some years back. This had to be like 10 years ago. One of my best friends in my life when it got him a food truck where he took their blueprint and started doing his thing where he was selling chicken and wedges and other stuff. But he kind of took some of the key factors and made it to his own business, and he's very successful at it.
Yeah, it works, but you have to work it.
You
Nothing is going to happen overnight. Success doesn't happen overnight. So if you're watching all these social media gurus and all these people that's a part of different niches and they're coming up overnight, man, please,
Nothing happens overnight.
nothing
It
happens.
takes hard work. It's not a push button business that you can start and you just see money pouring into you. None of that's true.
Nope, but you have to start
You
somewhere.
have to start somewhere. We did that with the cleaning business. We started off small with just like one account. One account turned to four turned to 20. Before you knew it, we was making six figures.
Yep, and to piggyback off of that, I remember when we first got into the cleaning industry, commercial cleaning, and we asked somebody to give us some tips on the blueprint and how we can get things done. Just man, they shut their mouth and turn their head, and we had guess what? We had to keep going. We had to build it from ground up. We had to figure things out. We had to fail to try again to accomplish things that we needed to accomplish and we started scaling that business. There was one point where we had actually 21 accounts, and we looked up and we could even imagine how we got that far.
Right.
When did it happen in such a little period of time? And that was because
Faith
faith
and
and
perseverance.
perseverance.
Not giving up.
Yep.
Facing adversity and keeping going.
Yep.
When you come face to face with adversity, you can't you can't buck under the pressure. It's like that quarterback. You ever watch a quarterback that have a lot of where his offensive line break down and the defensive linemen are rushing in on him? And this quarterback don't rattle. He's able to scramble and shake and juke and find his way around, and then he hit that open man, or he can scramble out of the pocket and rush for another 25, 30 yards up the field. It's just like life. You can't buck under the pressure. When you see walls falling in on you, when you see stuff is caving in, and you see stuff is just falling apart, don't buck under the pressure. You stand up in the pocket. You evaluate the situation for what it is and figure out ways around it. You get what I'm saying? Prayer, patience, patience. That's all it takes. We need to really in 2024. I want y'all to work on patience. Even me myself, I'm gonna practice what I'm telling y'all. Work on more patience. That's all it takes is patience. Patience, prayer, be still, pray until something happens. Some of y'all want to pray for 5 minutes and expect the Lord to come and drop that money in your pocket or come and drop that get the rent taken care of, get the landlord off your back. Some of y'all pray for a couple minutes and say, okay, it's gonna be all right. No, sometimes we got to stay down a little
No,
bit longer.
it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. I surrendered today and I said I'm not getting up until I hear an answer. I'm not gonna stop until I hear directions. And if I don't hear directions, I'm gonna keep praying. It don't work like that. You just send up your prayer and then boom, a snap of a finger, it happened. That's fairy tale. That's
Mhm.
movies. That's stuff that you see in the movie. That's fairy dust. It don't happen like that. You have to keep at it until you see things move.
That's true.
People they kill me because, we're in a time and age where people want instant gratification.
In the microwave society.
You know, people want it instantly. I'm gonna warm it up for about 2 minutes, it's gonna pop out and it's gonna be glamour. That's not how Yahweh works. No, you have to work for everything that you get. Just like here on the planet, you got to work for everything that you get. It's the same way in the spiritual realm. You have to work, you have to believe, you have to be patient and wait on the Lord for Him to turn things around.
Hard work and dedication.
That's right. That's right.
Hard work, dedication. Now, we talked like that in boxing when I was boxing. Hard work, dedication. Hard work, dedication. Hard work, dedication. I want y'all to say that. When you wake up in the morning, I want y'all to say hard work, dedication. First and foremost, thank the Lord for giving you another opportunity to wake up, see another day. You get what I'm trying to say? Give thanks to the Lord before them feet hit the floor. Some of us just jump up and forget that God done woke us up.
But you also want to know what I realized
What's
is
that?
people don't believe in themselves anymore. And when I say they don't believe in themselves anymore, you know, it's coming from a standpoint of, do you believe that you deserve the things that you desire? Do you believe that you deserve more money? Do you believe that you deserve to be placed in a higher position? Do you believe that you deserve to start a business? Do you believe that you deserve these things? Because the mind will play tricks on you,
Mhm.
especially an idle mind. If you're not doing things to get to where you want to be, or that you believe that you deserve that, do you believe it in your heart that you deserve to be a homeowner? Do you believe these things in your heart? Because if you don't, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's not. You're going to still be stagnated
Mhm.
because you're working in fear. You're working in doubt. You're working in you know
The what ifs.
the what if. What if that does happen to me? What if it can happen to me? No, no. We need to operate in the I am energy. I am deserving of this. Whatever comes after I am, so let it be. So if you're not believing in the positive outcome of what you're praying for, knowing that it's going to happen, it's not going to happen.
Yes, indeed. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. We on Facebook as well. Thanks to all my Facebook followers as well for this. Don't forget you can go over to the channel. That's Dany and Deonte After Dark. Just like it's spelled right there. Dany and Deonte After Dark. Make sure y'all go over and subscribe. We always dropping content. We always trying to, plug y'all and plug y'all in with some information that y'all can use. And definitely, we appreciate y'all for jumping on board with us. Now, you got anything else you want to say before we get up out of here?
Well, the last thing that I'll say is, we're all destined for greatness.
Mm-hmm.
But like I, stated before, we have to believe that. We have to believe that we deserve everything our hearts desire, and that we're capable of tapping into that energy field, the God body field, to get it. So stay strong in this season. Stay faithful in this season. Stand 10 toes down on your faith.
Ain't that what they say? Stand 10 toes down?
That's right.
Hey, I'm trying to be hip like y'all. And what they say now, standing on business.
Yeah, we got to stand on business that we are deserving of all things, of all of our heart's desires. And let's fulfill these things all 2024. I don't believe in New Year's resolutions because I don't like to fail myself. So I believe in faith and standing 10 toes down on what I deserve in life. Stay positive, folks.
Yep, that's it. Stay positive. Stay motivated. Be patient. Be patient. Stay persistent. Stay consistent. That's what it's all about. But yeah, we appreciate y'all. We're about to jump off of here. I will be back later on this evening with some more news. I got a lot of stuff I gotta touch on. I had a little small little break, but I got a whole lot of stuff I gotta touch on, y'all. So y'all don't want to miss what I got in store for y'all later on. So make sure y'all be tuned in to the channel for the new content I'm gonna be releasing here. And we got a ton of new stuff coming your way for this year in 2024. We got some podcasts coming. We got a whole lot of stuff coming. Make sure y'all go and hit up the store as well, our online store, uh, Divine Discover Boutique. It's a lot of stuff that you all could use. I'm pretty sure we have the area rugs, we have the hand towels, the face towel, and everything is custom made. So you place your order, it'll be shipped right out to you. Everything is custom made right from the site. You can go in there and see our designs. We have a lot of accent coffee mugs. We have a lot of the accent pillows, a lot of tote bags. Ladies, y'all love those tote bags too. The ladies love those tote bags, Danny. They love those tote bags, man. That is a hot seller, those tote bags.
Yeah,
So make
and the tumblers.
and the tumbler, yeah, the tumblers too. Yep, the tumblers. Those are nice because they keep the water or whatever liquid you have. If it's cold, it keeps it cold for 24 hours. If it's a hot drink like coffee or something like that, it keeps it hot for 12 hours. So you can go through a whole shift with your coffee inside these tumblers. You know what I'm saying? And the oh yeah, this is going to check out Divine Discover Boutique. I got the link right here in the comment section. So make sure y'all go and check out Divine Discover Boutique. That is our online boutique. We have a lot of stuff coming in 2024, y'all. I'm telling you, man. I'm just blessed to be able to do this stuff, and it took me a while to get this YouTube stuff and this Facebook stuff going because I was nervous about getting up here talking to y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I talk a lot of smack behind the scenes. I say, no, you know what? I'm about to start sharing some of this. I'm about to start dropping some of these nuggets on these folks. I had to get Dany up here too. It took me. I mean, trying to get her is like trying to lead the horse to the water.
Yeah, I'm more of the behind the scenes.
Yeah, you
person.
behind the scenes. You be on the soundboards. You know what I'm saying? But I need you to be up on here when I don't feel like getting up here. No, I'm playing. But yeah. Well, I really appreciate y'all. Stay prayed up. Whatever you're going through, just know it's gonna get better. Keep the faith, man. Keep the faith. It's gonna get better. I feel real good talking to y'all too, man. It feels good to talk to y'all and try to encourage. Well, it feels good to encourage y'all. I don't want to say try. It feels good to encourage somebody who needs to hear this. It's definitely somebody out there that needs to hear this message. Yep. So make sure y'all hit the like on this, share this with whoever you think may need to hear this. You can hit the cash app to donate. It's a lot of work that goes into this stuff I do. And it's a lot of stuff I have to pay for to keep this channel up. So anything helps with contributions to the channel. I'll shout you out on the lives. You feel free to hit me up on the lives too. Y'all can come in and y'all can come on the videos or whatever. We can chop it up about whatever it is y'all want to chop it up about. But we wanted to deliver this message tonight about patience and perseverance. So make sure y'all apply some of these nuggets that we dropped on y'all. But that's it. No more talking. Peace.
Mm.